You may have noticed the purple ribbons that we're wearing. Lance, explain this.
This is for Spirit Day. It's October 15th. Teachers and students in GLAD have come together, and they have this Spirit Day every year where it encourages people to, go against this anti-bullying campaign for the LGBT community. Because the LGBT students out there are the most bullied in schools, and so this is to show their support for those students in schools.
It's a good thing. I'm glad we're wearing it. Yeah, it's also my brother Jeff's birthday, so happy birthday, Jeff! All right. Now I don't have to get him a present because I don't know. As it stands now in this country, male citizens ages 18 to 25 are required to register for the draft. Well, now the Secretary of the Army is saying that women may have to eventually register as well, and the reason is the role of women in the armed services has expanded. They are allowed to go into combat now. What do you think? I actually think it's a good idea.
I think it's amazing. I think in the last year, we've had 2 women graduate and become Army Rangers. Now women can become Navy SEALs and go through training. So I think we should look at this as another milestone for equality in our armed forces, and I think it's an amazing step in the right direction.
Equality.
Those who say women can't do it, just look at Israel. It's a great example of women have been in the military for years.
I have to disagree just a little bit, and it's not because I have some archaic idea of what women can do and can't do. I just like the idea of let the men go out there and protect the women. Protects me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's
some
women that can
class out there. They want protection.
I don't want anybody.
I can protect myself.
Yeah.
I know a lot of women that can protect me more than I
You want to go, girl, you go, but I don't. I don't want to go.
But I do, I love the idea that, you sign up. It's a formality, of course, and it shows equality. But you never know when, and I don't know if y'all are for the draft or not. I mean, it sucks to have a draft, but you never know what tomorrow brings. So having everyone registered is a good thing.
If we had a draft, I think we'd have a different feeling about war, because right now, if you're from a privileged family, you very rarely go to war.
We would have a different opinion, too, if we were forced to, for at least 2 years of our life, to give something back. If it's join the military, do some kind of service, we would really understand and have a bigger view of the world.
Who want to go into the draft to go. I don't like this, everybody has to sign up for it, because the reality is...
It's a sense of duty, though, to protect our country.
Well, listen, you got to remember, y'all clap if you want to, but they raising these kids now, they coddling them, they got peanut allergies, all kind of stuff. They sending them out to war, they sneezing on plants, everybody know what it is.
I think you should have to do service.
Peanut allergy.
I'm just saying, you got an allergy, you've been taking pills since you was 2nd grade, now you got a gun in your hand.
That's why I think everyone...
I mean, what is it? What's going on?
That's why I think everyone should have to serve in some capacity. Like, everyone should have to, serve in some way.
That would be a great idea. I think that's a great idea.
Well, I hope you all serve. I'm out of it. Somebody protect me. I need help.
And if I was needed tomorrow, I would go and I would fight tomorrow if I was needed.
I'd want you.
All right. Well, the final decision rests with Congress, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay, next topic. Our teenagers learned a lot in the classroom about sexually transmitted diseases, different types of birth control, and now in California, the concept of affirmative consent. So whoever initiates things to another level has to ask for permission. May I kiss you? Yes. May I? What the next step is, the person has to say yes.
If you're doing it right, you're saying yes, yes, yes all the way through.
But the aim is to stop,
Okay, maybe, we're obviously adults and we can, hopefully use, say no or say yes. But when you teach little kids, this is a great lesson to teach little ones, because it just gets the narrative in their brain. Like, you have to keep asking. Men have to keep asking. Women have to keep asking. You can't just assume I can do whatever I want to do.
Well, it's to stop that pressure that people feel that they have to go, along with what the other person says.
It builds confidence. It builds confidence.
But my idea of with kids is, first of all, these kids don't even be having sex. I mean, call me old. Hello, call me old. I lost my virginity at 27. Okay, calm down. Now, thank you. Okay. I went to parochial school. We believed in courting. You have a guy come up and you approach, you do it all above board. Okay. When I have children, you better not think about having sex until you get out there and you have your own business on the market. It may not be realistic, but that's the thing that I'm going to teach.
No, and I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea, but the reality is children are having sex younger and younger and younger, and we need to educate these children, not just on
You can't just say children are having sex, because there are parents that are telling children and giving them certain morals not to go out there and have sex before a certain age, and kids are listening.
It starts with the parents. But the fact is they are doing it, so I think showing young men and young women about oral consent and knowing what no and yes means in that situation.
I don't want to pick on the Duggars, but they were all about courting and all of that. And remember, I don't want to pick on that
might be the black Duggard. You never know. It might be. They got so many kids. I might be one of them.
It's it's great.
But in practice,
All
I'm just
these-
saying, if you're gonna do this to children, okay, if you're gonna say with the children, okay, they're having sex, let's give them affirmative this and that. At least be realistic. Why give them like some boring stuff? No, tell them go in there and go out all the way out there and do what you got to do.
But I think that's how we should talk about sex with kids. I think it should be an open conversation. You can't be embarrassed about
Every
sex.
lesson
And,
is good.
yeah.
This lesson is great, but I think we really need to focus on the no part too, of learning how to say no and make them hear.
And I agree with you. I agree that it starts in the home, and I think it's important for parents to set up those rules and have honest conversations. So I agree with you. It
Well, have
starts
my
with
grandmother
parents.
talk. My grandmother said,
Grandparents
never have sex outside of marriage because Jesus is watching. It's hard to have sex when Jesus is around.
All right.
Okay? He always there.
he's watching.
He watches us right now.
Never having sex again after that one.